Okay, now we're reading chapter 214 of My Hero Academia. I'm not sure how close we are to catching up, honestly. I don't want to check. I want to just keep plunging forward until we finally get that unfortunate notice of there are no more chapters available. But then it's only just a few days until next Thursday when we get another chapter. Oh, I love manga so much. What a beautiful medium. What a wonderful way to experience a story. Okay, that was a nice cover, by the way. Shinso versus Deku. It's kind of cool. Shinso gets to be on the cover. I thought his hair was red for some reason. It took me a second to even recognize who I was looking at here. But yeah, they finally get a rematch from the Sports Fest. And he gets a cover. Good for Shinso. Not even in the hero course yet, but he gets a cover. And here we have a crazy title page, an alternate universe kind of Berserk or Nausicaa looking world. We have Mage, Momo. This is really well done. This is really cool. I like that Hawks is in it, hinting that Hawks is going to be more and more of a major character. I assume he was received popularly. He had received popularly? You know what I'm saying. The top 10 winners of the fourth popularity poll gather. Oh, so that's who these are. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, so he's definitely popular. Our boy Hawks. So that's awesome. We're going to see more Hawks. Alright, alright. Maybe something strange going on with Midoriya just a moment ago. Immediately stop and have Midoriya retire. Huh. As long as it falls into the quick category, I can stop it too. Oh, okay. So Razorhead is just ready to watch. Just sitting there with his eyes open wide, ready to give Midoriya the stare if things ever happen again. So that's pretty smart. You know, they deduced because Shinso was able to stop it with his quirk. Razorhead can do it much more efficiently with his quirk. Still got fight left in him. Both Midoriya and Shinso. Okay. Alright, I mean, this is a pretty liberal take on how a child should be able to determine whether or not they're healthy. But yeah, alright, sure. They're still gonna fight. I'm into it. Everyone's still trying to win this battle. Yeah, I'm trying to see this. You're softer than I thought. I don't know, is that soft? I would have thought you'd take that more as the opposite. Like, you're ruthless, man. Like, you're gonna let these kids give in to this insane, overwhelming desire to just battle it out when clearly something terrifying has happened to one of your students? Whatever. Alright, yeah, they're battling it out. Lost in a power struggle. Whoa, yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. And this is something else I quite like about Deku. The way we were talking before about how Deku is cool because even though he's so familiar to us, he still has like these enigmas within him. But I think another really cool thing about him that kind of goes hand in hand is just how monstrous he appears to others. And in this quality, I think he shares this nicely with like Saki from the Mahjong manga Saki, where you see her as like the main character and she's nice and cute and innocent, whatever. But then everyone else just sees her as like demonic. And like the powers that we're so familiar with that we think are cool and hype, everyone else sees as like aberrations against God. How can she get Rishan Kaiho so often? And whenever you see her from another character's eyes, you're just like, oh yeah. It's the same with Deku. I think they've really done a good job building up Deku as this like insane man who's willing to injure himself to fight. Like, oh, wasn't that guy that ended up all bloody in the sports festival? But holy crap, his power is strong. He's like always getting mixed up with big villain incidents, and you get that reputation of Deku sometimes. And here too, the fact that he lost, that's actually crazy. Ooh, in this situation, I can't use my quirk. Oh, okay, so that's what's going on. I thought maybe it was some crazy implementation of the binding sash thing here. I don't know, some gadget. But he can't use his quirk. He's not using his quirk at all. If we retreat now, we'll lose. When Shinto is right in front of our eyes is our chance of victory. Right. So that's true. He's much more adept at kind of lurking around in the shadows, using his voice modulator, tricking people into replying, and then getting a new ally through that, which is what they used him for in the first match when he was on Team A's team. It worked out really well. So now that they can actually see him, that they can actually stop him before he kind of gets set up, I think Deku's got a good point. They got to fight now. Fight Quirkless. Do me a favor. Float me up there so I can fight him, I guess? Meanwhile, we just got some badass fighting. I like that she says big! To make things big. And then this guy's double impact power. That whenever there's one explosion, he can make another explosion. The second explosion is even bigger. It's interesting. Whoa. Minata getting her back. Papa doesn't stick to myself. It's that they repel me. Oh, cool. So he set up a home field advantage that he can bounce around from grape to grape. All according to plan, including the fact that it wouldn't be able to endure the force of twin impact. Okay, so he is taking a hit here. So damn it. I fell for it. I fell for it. They got me. That grape sucker, he really boomed me there. I was like, oh, interesting. What could this lead to? What's the plan here? Blah, blah, blah. Nah, he's just a pervert. I knew it. Wait, are they just fighting each other now? Okay, so he starts flying all over the place, looking like Bellamy from One Piece. And then attacking the poltergeist girl. Spice Pheromone to come up with a plan. Ah, yeah. See, if they retreat, if they just decide to run away uncoordinatedly without any sort of plan for it, the odds of Team A being able to pick off like at least a couple of them during the retreat is like really significantly likely, right? So, and then they're just at an advantage if it goes back to like a full melee, if they've already captured a couple people. Yeah, it's clever. It's clever. That's good. It's good thinking. It's like the other two are weak at roast on its own. They could retreat. Numerical advantage is working against them. Smart. The teachers go to stop the battle? Yeah, she's... Jiro here is very rightfully concerned, I think. This is still happening. Can't be strong on my own. Don't have the right stuff to play the lead role. This is the Class A copycat man, right? I don't resent this body, not one bit. Every masterpiece has one in the story, after all. A supporting character who devours the main protagonist. Ooh, I like that. It's meta, of course, that he knows he's a supporting character, and yet he wants to take center stage. But that he... I lost my train of thought, sorry. It's one in the story. Supporting character devours. Like, shoot, I had something more to say here. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about how his personality, too, I think really reflects this desire. It's not just how he's behaving in this fight, and it's not just this meta role, but like everything he does really reflects this wanting to take the spotlight feel, you know? He's always being really over the top and dramatic and making big proclamations and trying to start beef with Class A and stuff. Because he knows, like, those guys have muscled this out of all the big news stories. It's always Class A, Class A, Class A. When are we going to be the main characters? Ooh, so he's trying to use One for All. He's replicating it. But Uraraka flips him. It's not your power, Deku. He's just bluffing. Okay, so this is interesting. This again gives us a bit of an insight into the true nature of One for All. He superficially does seem to be using it. Probably he does feel like he's powered up to some extent because he's acting so confidently. And he has like the skin discoloration or whatever that's accompanied Deku when he uses it. But I wouldn't imagine he's able to replicate the inheritor aspect of it, the fact that the quirk goes from person to person accumulating power. So this is like the base form of One for All, perhaps? This is like what it originally was before it picked up all of these other powers and quirks. Maybe? Then activate. Ah, yeah. I think there's just nothing to it. Meanwhile, Deku has reeled himself in, floating up with Uraraka's power, going for a big punch. And then she releases him. So his weight now, back collapsing onto him. We haven't scuffled like this since the sports festival, eh? Why would you? Not even in my class, man. Not even in the hero program, man. Think you wax nostalgic with me? I do this every day. Lose sight of you, this battle will instantly go down for us. You're a huge threat, Shinso. I like that. Deku really acknowledging Shinso's power. Not the same. Oh yeah. Eraserhead has to be able to watch Midoriya like all the time. 5 years to learn how to use these Eraser. I really think someone might be able to handle them. Ah. If we're not able to do things on our own when the time comes, we'll simply die. Oh. I thought that was going to be a little more inspirational. If we're not able to do things on our own, we can help each other. Something like that, you know? Because they probably relate to each other quite a lot. They're not physically the strongest, but they have these debilitating quirks, which can be extremely helpful, as long as they can get in a position to use them. That's so cute. This one little flashback shot. And Eraserhead's hair is in a ponytail. That's so cool. Ah! Practice the way I told you. I'm not the kind of guy who spends his time on something fruitless. Same as I was back then, Midoriya. Ooh. Atmosphere surrounding him, his tone of voice, so many things around him resemble All Might. So it's like because he was able to meet the Inheritor, because he was able to meet the previous successor, it's like he feels okay about it now. It's not just like this formless anxiety in his head, this burdensome, that line that I still found so haunting, so revenant. Before I knew it, all of the dreams and fantasies I had as a kid had become such burdens to me. They're not burdens anymore. He sees them now as his strength. Very literally, now he can use the Black Whip thing. Control your heart and master us. Okay, so he can use the Black Whip thing. He's got it under control. I don't know. Is Eraserhead immediately just going to be like, game over, bud? We're calling it. But it's very clear here that he's using it with intention and kind of rude, I think, to Shinso, who spent long, tireless, suffering hours learning how to use these things. And as his big finale move, I'm not the same as I was back then. Like, look at how good I am with these things. That I'm using this very clever environmental trap. Gonna hit you with these pipes. Nah, I got something like that too. Check it out. They just come out of my body and they can do whatever I want, and they're super strong and they're all cool and black. Yeah, this is my quirk now too. Yes, that's kind of what Midoriya is doing to Shinso. It's a bit of bullying. Anyways, all right, we'll read the next chapter. 215 coming at you tomorrow.